Okay, so welcome back to the preview of this weekend's Serie A match day. We had a match day midweek, which is still ongoing. I'm recording this on Thursday because there's not enough time otherwise. And I tried to upload this one, of course, for Thursday, so you still have the chance to place your bets. We of course we try to look back as well on the games that had been played, and we can compare this usually with a market. I've done this in a different manner here. Odds Portal, you may know this one, when you even see ticked here the result and what the price had been, so we can compare it, or this is best price or of the bookmakers that are subscribed for this page. I watched the Bologna-Genoa. It was a 2-2 in the end, 2 penalties late on. Bologna were the better side, but okay, Genoa were in for a tough fight. This one I didn't mean to. And we had a 2.0, 198. The price went down on Bologna, even was 2.0. But we didn't have an indication here anyway, so no problem with this one. In the Bologna Atalanta Sassuolo, we had a home win. Computer said 170. It was 151. The market price then. So the computer rated the chances a bit better for Sassuolo maybe to win something from this game. They didn't manage to, but it was a close one. Anyway. I don't think I had a proposal on this one. I'm pretty sure I hadn't. For the Inter game, I was pretty sure, and I watched this one at least the second half, and they were dominant, although they were a goal down. They scored 3, although Fiorentina were pretty tough competition anyway. Inter won the game, so we can be happy with this one because this was clearly an indication. Although the price went obviously down later on, I had a 2.0. And Juve was a 139. They won 2-3, so just a narrow win. 142 was the true price. We didn't have a bet on this one, but Spezia had been fighting well and almost kept them at bay. And on the Empoli game, I think I did have a proposal on Empoli. 3.62 was the price, and my true price was 288. So we definitely should have bet on Empoli, or I proposed them maybe as an X2. Milan also had a tough fight to overcome Venezia, although they played pretty well. I saw parts of this one. 132 was the true price, market price was 129, 127. We didn't have a bet there, but nor on Venezia did we. Today are still Sampdoria and Napoli. I think there may be some bets here or there, but we focus on the upcoming match day 6 for the weekend. And we compile the prices because, I haven't updated now. It's not such a huge difference. Maybe you find something here, some minor changes. But yeah, it had a good result, so the probability even a bit worse for Milan to win now. But anyway, we take those as given now, without those updates from midweek's games, which wouldn't make much of a difference anyway. So we stick to these here, and we still have the choice, of course. This is the Betmaster tool. Of course, you can get your access to this tool as well. You should not forget to mention, because I think it's a perfect, so to say, odds compilation tool, which any bookmaker or anyone in the world actually in betting market should use and wouldn't get by actually, because it's doing such a good job. And if you're unhappy with some settings, you always can adjust them and get and recompile your prices accordingly. We compare these prices. I haven't studied them now, but I can tell stories, of course. I would do them out of my head as well, and usually I'm coming pretty close. I can think about them now for a second, but we can as well, which one I think is overrated, underrated. Sassuolo will be lower, I guess, although Salernitana, they won a point. Did I mention this one? I think I proposed Salernitana not to lose once again. And so this was another good result, I'm sure. Why did I forget to mention it? Salernitana did not lose to Verona, and there we have a 257 as a true price, and market was 2.11. So I was quite pleased with that, and I said give them another chance, Salernitana. They won't lose all their games. Anyway, this odds compilation tool, what I wanted to say about it, I'm working with it for over 30 years, and I've done it for all kind of purposes all over the world, with people providing them with the prices. And here you have the 100% prices, because the reciprocal of these three values add up to 100% for every single game here. But bookmakers don't do this to 100%, but you can always deduct a bit, and then you have decent prices if you trust them. If you do not like them, you can always adjust your settings. So I think what I wanted to mention is that not just is it already, I think it's hard to find a better odds compilation tool. You can do it in your head, or you have this assistance here. But what I wanted to say is, now get to the point, I'm improving this tool, of course. So I'm getting more statistics in, also the statistic-based model that I applied already when we assess the efforts of the teams more than just the results and so on. Those things are going to come and will improve this tool a lot, even more. I mean, it is working really well already, but we can still do some more things with it, and some statistics that I'm not able to show you now to assess how well you had been doing, or the computer can tell you, can find out all the bets that it would have proposed and work out a betting record for this. So just a theoretical thing, when you don't need to bet money, you just let it run one campaign of one league for 1 year, and then you compare how well you would have done with this. And so many such things that are still going to come. Anyway, we compare it. I think, yeah, well, I'm just gonna look it up now. This is today's games. Napoli, I did have a proposal. Lazio as well. Roma is fine. We have 151 on Milan here, which is more than the true price. So in this case, I would have to check this one. I can show these bets here as well. Inter Atalanta, this is more than the true price. Market very much trusts this Atalanta, which I haven't done so much, but I failed to be right already in the last campaign. So but Inter made a very strong impression to me, even when they lost to Real Madrid. But and they turn it around against Fiorentina, so I've not much doubts about Inter. Market makes it a bit higher, or someone here. I have 185. I don't know where the huge error should be here. But as I said already, Atalanta surprised me already in the last campaign when they did better than I thought. Genoa, slight favorites, Verona maybe, but I would after I saw them maybe trust even Genoa once again. And here is the confirmation. Computer says even a small edge to Genoa. They had been successful. Verona I'm not so convinced of. So I think we can try this one if we get this price. It's a small margin only, but I think there's a good chance that Genoa build on this success in Bologna and try again. Do another good result, maybe a win even. Juventus 156, my true price, market only 136. Now, as they had a tough game and still won it, I don't know if everything is cured, but I wouldn't propose now. Sampdoria 913 maybe indicated it is, but would we think there's another upset for Juventus? I'm not sure. but Sampdoria are not so terrible. If you like those huge prices, maybe you can also try to lay the X2, which is not really displayed here. We had to click on the match, but I'm just roughly talking about the games, and maybe X2. I can only check one of these, right? Empoli-Bologna is a pretty even match, which I would accept. Here the computer would even maybe consider to go with Bologna. I think Bologna played a very good game. In fact, they didn't win it in the end against still the Arnautovic up front, and they look pretty sharp to me. Mihailovic as a coach. And Empoli did get these results at Juventus and at Cagliari midweek, but maybe more on the road, right? I mean, I consider 260. I don't see much doubts in this true price here. I think Bologna are a pretty good side. Empoli are not so good, although they won some points and even made me happy midweek. 142 Sassuolo. It looks, as I mentioned, it looks this 172 market will be lower, and this is the fact here. I mean, we could, of course, I could check those very huge prices here as well, that I say, well, why not? Why shouldn't they be able, maybe, for an upset here? Because if we have an indication, there's not much, it doesn't make much sense to ignore it. We can only adjust our prices or our evaluation. I think now, after Salernitana scored 2 goals, won a point, maybe they can build on the Sassuolo lost midweek. I know they are a good side, but they all are in Italy. I watched enough football now to be able, or to consider myself able to judge that. They are all very competitive. It's like in the Bundesliga, in the German Bundesliga, they are all very, very competitive and tough to beat. Also for the heavy favorites sometimes. I mean, it is the problem is about Salernitana. Will they, will they come back maybe to build up some chances to stay in the Serie A? It is sometimes very tough, and sometimes there's huge gaps coming up. I'm frozen again. Sorry for that. Maybe I'm coming back, but I mean, I wouldn't, if I were to do this, then, or to make some real bets, I'm trying to talk through the games and try to present my Betmaster tool to you, to show you that you can all do all this work or have this fun all by yourself. That's what my real intentions. I don't try to hide them. You compare the market price with the true price, and then if there is an indication that the market price is higher than the true price, then you have a chance for a bet. So I'm proposing this here. But what I'm saying as well is, if you do such a league intensively, so you watch every game and you read all, so this is rather the approach that would make you the winnings in the end. And this is not what I am able to. I can do, as I'm trying now, maybe Italy, Spain, Germany, 3 leagues, Premier League. It is getting a bit too much, right, to watch them all. But you shouldn't ask for to have the 20 leagues or 25 leagues covered, that you all cover by yourself. If you do this with a tool, you get a very good idea. And if you do it for fun and for small amounts, you can enjoy it and you improve very much on your level. You gain experience, and in the end you will even be able to beat the market, and you start to get into these leagues. I'm rather in this position now to present you what to do, and also to improve this tool here and make it better for you, and not the real betting stuff. Still, if there is an indication, and I know these things are going to happen at some point, right? Salernitana may win 1 out of 5 games. It's that sort of, or 1 out of 6 maybe. Still, that would make you some profit, right? In Udinese, I even almost thought Udinese may be overpriced, but 3.11 is the price, 3.12 is the true price, so no bet there. The derby I would simply skip here, although computer will most likely indicate Roma by some miles. No, it's not by miles, it's by a very small margin. I like Roma, they are my side, would look at this shirt here, but those derbies are too special to bet them. I mean, it sounds like a draw, so you can do this in this tool. So if you simply say more draws for this tight competition, we can even raise it to 15% more draws, which is not. You cannot just deduct 15% of the chance. It is just one parameter. You see it here. Maybe I didn't store it now, did I? 359. Now this sounds a lot more reasonable, and we can compare it here. It's 355, market pretty high on the draw as well, but we are happy with the evaluation there. Napoli is 130, we have 136, market price is 130, we have 136, so no bet here. In the Venezia, maybe we have an indication on Venezia as well, so in this case I ought to click on it once again, but as I'm saying, the promoted sites sometimes in Italy have more difficulties to establish there, and so they quite often line up at the end of the table pretty early on. I'm not sure about Venezia and Sassuolo, Salernitana, sorry, but in Italy it's sometimes a bit different. So if you trust these evaluations, you get a value bet here on as well Venezia as Salernitana, but if you think no, they are worse than that, then skip it, or rather get your access to the tool and adjust those settings here. I can show you that they are very low already. They are bottom 2, but maybe you think they are even worse. Usually those promoted sites are evaluated by other sites that had been promoted in previous seasons. They may be different or worse, but which I don't think in fact myself. But they didn't win too many points so far. So thank you very much for watching. And my camera is still frozen, which is a bit annoying, but sorry for that. Still, I hope you've seen enough. Leave your likes, comments, and subscribe to my channel, or subscribe to this tool. You get one league free, and the others, they are pretty cheap. But if you find a problem somewhere, you can contact me via my VetOpa homepage and so on. So you get easily in touch with me, and I'm going to assist you if you have any problems or questions. Thank you very much. Bye bye.